Share, 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 share. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful evening. Hopefully you guys are watching the around the clock election campaigns. And I find that pretty telling that the vice president potentially governor, many members of his family chose Trump. I thought that's, in a time like this, I thought that was pretty different. Now, you always have a black sheep in the family. They go viral during the election now, especially with the invention of the, I was about to say the Olympics, of the internet. You get a rogue family member, you know, that's been hostile and, you know, don't necessarily agree with the family crest or the family plan, and they go elsewhere and they say, I'm voting for the other candidate. But to have not only family members, but a cross section of family members, men, women, young, old, tells a lot about who that man is. Now, you guys know how I feel about bathrooms. If you haven't, then go watch my old videos. I told you guys 4 years ago about immigration, how it would eliminate the black vote soon. I told you guys 4 years ago when I told you not to vote for Biden. I explained to you about the resources. I was pretty adamant, man. I would say I'm batting 1,000 on Trump versus Biden / Harris, now Harris, and Al Heyman. You know, it's just sad. Not sad, but, you know, I wish I had the time to go live every night, man, just to stick it in y'all face and get thousands of people in the chat, man. You know, it's like getting to the championship game and not playing and not playing. You know, you just don't show up. You know, the bus breaks down on the way to the game or something. I don't know. But this election is very telling. Donald Trump is the pragmatic approach, is the pragmatic vote. Ironically enough, as I'm not gonna say flamboyant because he's a very masculine man. As rogue as he may be, rogue would be a good word. He's the pragmatic choice, man. People say vote black. Los Angeles just vote black for mayor of Los Angeles. New York City just voted black Eric Adams. Chicago just voted black and Brandon something. Denver just voted black and another Brandon. Houston voted black with a black mayor. Shall we continue? By the way, rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop, man. You know, that one song is a classic. We've all danced to that song, and you know, at some point in our lives, rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop, man. Very entertaining, humble, forward guy on the internet. I had a chance to watch. I never heard him outside of music prior to COVID, and I had a chance to listen to him during COVID. And I saw a few lives, and rest in peace, 53 is too young. That's why I'm very adamant, no matter how you feel about me, win the first 5 hours of your day, period. You know, and winning the first 5 hours of your day is not just eating healthy. Maybe it's reading your Bible. Maybe it's meditating. Maybe it's the Torah, the Quran. You know, maybe it's going to get your prayer rug. Maybe it's going to run 5 miles. Maybe it's going to make love to your wife. You know, maybe it's taking your children to school, or you know, many facets, man. But make sure it's surrounded by God and family. You know, People gonna tell you to get up and smoke weed and eat chicken sandwiches and hamburgers and chitlins and yams and mac and cheese and yeah, I mean it's just too much, man. You know, it's just amazing how people wake up. The first thing they do is pop a cigarette and smoke weed, man. You know, I don't get it, but you know, pop pills now. They pop pills in the morning now. As I digress back into the subject at hand, Donald Trump is the black vote for one reason and one reason only: illegal immigration. Illegal immigration is going to destroy your democratic/sanctuary city. It's not going to impact me greatly from a Team Hawthorne perspective. It's going to impact me because I have family in these cities, man. I have family. I love my family dearly, you know. I'm the leader of my family, basically, at this point. You know, and I'm actually hosting, paying for, leading. Our family reunion is coming up in 2025, so in Virginia. So you guys I'll be taking you on the road for that, you know. Yeah, man. Just want to make my grandfather proud, man. That's all I want to do is make my grandfather proud. But yeah, Donald Trump is a choice. And since this is a boxing channel, if you love Mike Tyson, you got to love Donald Trump. Remember Mike Tyson had 15 fights in like a year? That's Donald Trump. Donald Trump had the property. Don King had the vision. Donald Trump had the property and the money. All those fights in Trump's in Atlantic City, and come on, man. You know, Julio Cesar Chavez on the undercard. That's Donald Trump. All I'm doing is telling you guys the truth. So, I wish you guys well moving forward. I told you guys what I'm going to do in terms of voting. I'm going to vote for Lincoln Hawthorne. I'm using my right to vote for president as a source of inspiration for my kids because I want to tell my kids every 4 years, I voted for you for president. I believe in you. I love you that much. I think the world of you, you know, so I'm using it from that perspective. If I didn't vote for my children, I would vote Donald Trump. And I'm going to use my platform to advocate for Donald Trump. I don't believe in skin politics anymore. It got me in 08 and 012, and now we got gender neutral bathrooms. Like that's my reward. You know, I don't like not giving Obama credit for the inspiration. I genuinely don't. I also am responsible for telling the truth. You know, gender neutral bathrooms and gender fluid and going against God and his commandments and redefining marriage. I don't like it, especially raising kids, man. And I'm going to stand on that. For those of you who are agnostic and or atheist, I don't think you could be or. I don't think you could be and or atheist, you know, or non-religious people. You know, from a humanitarian perspective, I can live in a country where people are different. But this nation is supposed to be under God, you know, and my household is under God, led by me. And I genuinely think I'm doing a fantastic job leading Team Hawthorne. I wish you guys well, genuinely wish you guys well. Win the first 5 hours of your day in the morning. And vote Trump. I'm telling you guys, vote Trump. Kamala Harris is not intelligent enough. I don't like the lack of interaction she has with the media and or people. I don't like the lies Walz had. And they all lie. They all lie. They all lie. About his DUI, how he gave birth to his kids, his military background. I'll never forget the moment that Donald Trump gave us in the barbershop. You know, when the fighter came home, and it was a Friday after. It was an early show. Mr. Haney called in, and Mr. Bill Haney called in, and it was a hell of a show. It was not a dry eye on that podcast, and that was because of Trump. Trump pardoned him, right? And I'll never forget that. That's one of the momentous, most monumental interviews I ever could have done. You know, so thank you for the opportunity as it pertains to that. And, you know, for good, bad, worse, or indifferent, Donald Trump circulated a lot of money in Los Angeles during COVID. Really, really did. Whether you used it for negative and or positive, you know, there are many businesses that I know that stayed afloat because of the money that Donald Trump allowed businesses to have, and many businesses did it the right way. I know on the internet we hear about the bad way they use the federal funds, but reality is it was a PPP and all that, yeah. But many people use it to keep their doors open, and because they kept their doors open, now we have a city. If every door is closed in your city, we have anarchy. People are stealing, fighting, killing, fussing, complaining, crying, right? You don't believe me? Go next to 2 businesses that are closed. I'm willing to bet half of them have graffiti on them, a busted window, urination in front of them, homelessness in front of them. That's just it. Shout out to that governor in Florida that kept the city open. Smart move, man. Smart move. You got to keep your city functioning. If not, you get anarchy, right? And anarchy, synonym for anarchy is, during COVID, was people burning down the cities. You know what I mean? I was very public and transparent about how I felt. It's still on my Instagram platform, still on my YouTube platform, you know. You know, it's a capitalism war. It's a class war. Many people disagree when I brought that up in 2018, 2019 during COVID. It's about class. Oh, Fred, you're just talking because you're rich. I'm not rich anymore. I'm wealthy. And what I mean by that, I'm wealthy, is that nothing impacts me. I'm smart enough. I'm wise enough to make adjustments moving forward. And I want y'all to obtain this as well. I'm never selfish with the information. And this is my information I'm giving you. So everyone that called in 2020 and 2019, when we was doing them great shows, thousands of people in the shows, it was like me versus 500 people every night. And the 500 people end up being wrong. You had an incoherent president for all 4 years. Can't talk, can't walk, falling, can't ride a bike, falling, going up the Air Force One, calling leaders of states wrong names. Anyways, man, y'all go ahead and have a wonderful evening. I'm about to go to bed, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace, guys.